Nice to meet you. My name is Remy. What's your name?
Mario, nice to meet you.
Mario?
Where are you from?
I'm from New York, but I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Alright, okay.
Where are you from?
I'm Greek.
You're Greek.
Yeah.
Greek.
Uh-huh.
I would have never guessed that. I
Yeah,
thought you were
right?
from Spain.
No.
Holy shit.
Is it from my accent?
Yeah, a little bit of the
Yeah.
accent, the skin complexion too,
Yeah.
and then also your girlfriend. So I was a little racist.
It's fine. Hey, I am too. Okay? Don't worry about it. No, but my girlfriend is Colombian.
Okay.
So, of course, she speaks Spanish, but the way we speak English, us and Spanish people, is very similar. We have the same accent.
Yes.
So we speak different languages, of course. I don't know why, but we do have like the same accent.
Yeah.
From someone who doesn't speak it, you know, they could probably assume that we're from the same country.
I swear I thought you were gonna say you're from Spain. Yeah, that.
Right.
So I was like, oh, he's from Spain. She's from Colombia. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. So you said you're European. Were you lived in Greece?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lived up until this February,
Oh, wow.
March.
Oh wow. So this is your first year here.
Yeah.
Holy! What made you move?
I just got my bachelor's from back home in physical therapy.
Okay.
I came here to do my master's.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm in the process now, getting my degree evaluated and stuff, and hopefully, you know, I can actually like study here.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What school are you going to?
I mean, I haven't started yet. Right now, in order for me to maintain my visa status and
Okay.
all those things, I have to go to like a language school.
Okay.
So up until that point, until I get my master's, I got to go to that school first. But,
Okay.
you know,
Sure. Well, congratulations. That's a big move.
thank you.
And did you meet your girlfriend here?
Yes.
Okay.
First month, actually.
Oh shit.
First, I think, yeah, it was first month. I came like end of February, like start of March, I met her. I think at the end of March, end of March, we were like dating pretty much already.
Okay. And you met where? Like at a bar?
No, at that school, actually, at the language.
Oh, at the language school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's like pretty much like in the same stage. She also has her degree from her country. She wants to do her master's here. And, you know, again, in order to maintain your status and stuff like that, you got to go to a language school.
Okay.
So, you know, same phase, pretty much same age. And it just worked out really, just clicked out like perfect time.
Got you. You saw her and you're like, hey, do you need some physical therapy? Okay. And so it was awesome coming here and seeing you guys celebrate her birthday, which is fantastic. What are your favorite parts about living in Greece?
I mean, just in general, I think from whatever aspect I try to compare New York to Greece, I think that the only thing you get better here in New York is just financial stability. Like that's the only thing you get better. Like any other aspect you see it, food, people, weather, like everything else, Greece is better.
Okay.
But you know, it's not a minor thing not being financially stable, right?
This is a very big thing. Yeah.
We have nothing. Beautiful beach, but if you can afford to go there, then you know, it's pointless. So yeah, I think financial stability was definitely one. And in general, it's just Greece, like, bro, like just people in general, like work,
Way nicer.
good vibes, yeah, nice people just in general, and people like to enjoy and like to have fun. It's not like this, even though, you know, here people have a lot more money, that's for sure. You don't see as much, you know, fun around. So
Okay.
I think that says a lot about the culture.
Yeah, I can say that the same thing too. You feel like here, people are more focused on working and making more money than enjoying life.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And then it only becomes when they get older that they realize that they need to start like enjoying and like don't worry about it and it's okay. And one of my uncles, he worked in finance and
You know, competitive field.
yeah, competitive field, well off. And like his biggest thing is just always saying like enjoy, like it's okay, don't worry, just enjoy.
Right?
So I definitely think that's a huge aspect that's missing here. So aside from financial stability, is there anything that you didn't like about living in Greece or?
There's stuff, you know, that definitely needs some work. You know, just like a lot of countries, especially like the older people are a bit, you know, not backhanded, that's not the word. I mean like
Open-minded?
traditional. Yeah, the opposite of open-minded. What's the opposite of open-minded?
Closed-minded.
Close-minded.
But they're into tradition.
Close-minded. Yeah, very traditional
So
people.
what's like a tradition, like what's a traditional mindset for
I
someone?
mean, a very traditional mindset. I mean, what I'm thinking right now is basically like how they treat like homosexual people and stuff like that. Like we're still a bit backwards if you compare it to the rest of the world or like the US. I mean, of course, we're a bit backwards on that. And even like if you see how sometimes like women are treated, but that's again, you know, if you go to older people and
Of course, there's different countries. Yeah.
you know, if you go to younger people,
Yeah, not every country's like that. Like, I mean, not every country's like here, and everywhere has a different mindset, different way of being.
Yeah.
And even if there are things that are wrong, like you said, there's so much beauty in it. Because there's still shit here that's messed up.
100
Like plenty of things. Like,
nothing's perfect.
yeah, nothing's perfect. Okay, so the way they still have like an old school mindset with women and
Again, that's older people.
yeah. Older people, not the new generation. Okay. And with relationships, are they like you had to get married before you move out?
Nah,
Or okay. So it's similar to how it is here. Okay.
crazy, you know. People date a lot, you know, they have fun a lot, you know, especially when they're young. People are not going to be shamed for that. I think it's pretty normal. If you're in a big city, even better. If you're in a smaller city, small, you know, towns and stuff like that, that's where people are, again, close.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's the people that are not educated. They're, you know, they have like a ceiling in their mind, you know? They're only used to their own small little town.
Well, it's what they know. It's what they know.
Can't really judge them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just, you know, they will shame you. For example, like if you date multiple guys, for example, and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. So they'll be like, oh, like you're loose, you're a hoe.
Exactly.
What word would they use in Greek? What's the Greek word?
Putana.
Oh, okay, so
Puta, right? Puta.
yeah, puta.
It's pretty common.
Pretty
International, I'd say, honestly.
Okay. So you've been here for almost a year now. A couple more months, you'll be here for a year. What are other things that you like about being here?
I mean, just, you know, looking at my girlfriend, for example, I wouldn't ever meet her, you know, if it wasn't for here, you know? That's a place where it attracts a lot of cultures, a lot of, you know, different people, different types of people. I think that's amazing in general. I love, you know, meeting people from different countries, exploring new cultures. So that's definitely one. I'd say, you know, just this multi, you know, nationalism and stuff like that. I love it, man.
That's the best thing.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it anywhere else. I think it's the only place where you can get this many, you know, cultures and in one place.
Yeah, and then we still find, even though there's still like conflicts, we still manage to get along and grow and live with each other. So it's really awesome. And then you get exposed to different things.
Right.
So what's something about Greek culture that you feel people wouldn't really know about?
I think a lot of people, they don't know Greece's official religion, I think. Do you know what we believe in? Like our religion?
Since it's close to like Italy, I would assume like some sort of like Christianity or Catholic?
Yeah, we're Orthodox.
Orthodox. Okay. Yeah. Oh God, that's strict as shit.
Right, but we're not as strict though, right?
Really?
It's just like the name, man. I think the name is bad.
Yeah, it's very strict. Oh yeah.
You know, fucking crosses, you know, but we're not like that, okay? We're more calm. Yeah, I think that one. I mean, what else could it be about Greek culture, maybe?
Yeah, it's about Greek culture. Like for us, it's not frowned upon for like living with your family till you're older. It's kind of something that we gravitate more because it's more of like a communal aspect. American ideology is like once you become 18, you're 22, like get out, figure it out.
Right.
But for Latino cultures, that's fine if you decide to do that. But it's not an issue if you were to stay at home and like get there until like you're ready. Like they kind of encourage it more. Like they want to live with you, they want to be with you, they want to like surround you. And it's not just Latinos, there's a lot of like immigrants because when immigrants come from a different country, they usually all move around the same area.
I gotta do it too.
Yeah, so like in my building, so like in my building alone, there's probably like I think like 6 like separate families that live in the building. And you become just like a big integrated family, and it becomes like a ecosystem. Like especially like for me, my mom, she had me young, like in her early 20s. My dad and mom separated, so she was a single mom, and I just kind of went from like house to house while she was at work. So, and that aspect is very helpful, and like I never felt any emptiness because all I felt was love from everyone, and everybody helped out everybody. So it was a really nice thing. So I think that's one thing that's not really known for
I could say the same about Greek culture, by the way.
Okay.
You see, if anything, like there's like, you know, these memes going on, you know, of young men, like in the 30s, 35, and they're still living with their mom and stuff like that. And
35 is a little too much.
yeah,
man.
right. That's why to me
That's a
now.
little too much, but
Right.
that's still like,
But
it's still, there's a, it's so hard because like, it is too much, but at the same time, it's also like, there's also nothing wrong with spending time with your family and being around your family.
I don't know.
Because the one thing for me, right? I recently had a son. He just
Congrats, brother.
thank you. He's a little over a year now. But the one thing for me is like, I wasn't scared of death before. I believe in God, so I believe this is just like the beginning for us. So I never was scared about death because it's the one thing that's certain. But now, ever since having him, I'm so scared to die because like
Right.
I don't want to leave him. Like when I think about like I cry a lot about it because like at some point I know it's gonna happen and it has to but I don't ever want it because like he's the most precious thing in my life. So it's like if I was older and he was still around, I would just be so appreciative of it because like I know the time's gonna end. So when I see it like that, I'm like, yeah, 35 is old for you to still be at home because of course, like you have a girlfriend, you have a wife at that point,
Probably.
you're gonna start a family. She's not gonna want to be in that household. You want your own space. You want to have that. So I get that, but it's also this like beautiful just to enjoy the time with your parents. And I always feel like, I don't know, for me at least, because I come from a broken home, I don't have like the same connectiveness to like family as other people. But I feel like I took it for granted a little bit growing up
Okay.
because I always wanted to be older and have my own space and like have my own
Your piece, yeah, I see.
and like this be on my own and be independent. And I think I took that for granted of like being around my parents, getting to enjoy that time, you know? So I have mixed feelings on it, but I totally agree. Like you need to be the fuck out at a certain point. You need to have your
I don't think that living on your own means you don't get to spend time with your parents. It's one thing. It's like two different things. I think you can like have them both. Gotta get a good balance of things, and just so everyone's happy. Because again, you cannot be like 40, like 45. I don't know, man,
the house.
and still living.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy.
Not gonna work.
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
100%. It is crazy.
You gotta, you know, let your kid fly when it comes to that point. He's gonna be like 17, 18, 19, 20 maybe. You know, it depends on his age. But you gotta, you know, set your happiness aside for him.
Yeah.
His happiness is more valuable than your happiness.
100%.
So, you know, you gotta be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna let him fly because he has to do that.
Yeah.
Take a step back. I think that's
100%.
you gotta do that at some point.
100%. 100%. It's so hard.
It's so young. He's so young now, man.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
know.
one. Like, of course, you're not ready.
It goes by so
Right?
fast. You don't have a kid yet, right?
No.
Oh my! It goes by so fast, man. When you ever enjoy every second, because like the personality develops so much faster than you think, so much faster. But like 3 months, he had his personality already. At 3 months, he has a personality, and you see the things that he likes, the things he doesn't like. Hi, buddy. What's your point of view on life?
I don't know, man. What is he doing?
They're just used to being fed.
Yeah, right.
But you already see that he has like this personality,
Yeah.
and things just change so fast. Where it's just like you're used to him being one way, and then the next second that's done. That's no longer how he is anymore, and you have to adapt
Just like that.
just like that. But it's the best thing. You only been together for like a year.
Yeah, no, that's
When you're ready,
Come on.
just leave it in. It's the best thing. Like there's nothing bad. Yes, the best. It's tiring.
I'm sure, man. I'm sure.
Tiring, but there's nothing better. Yeah, it's nothing better. Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, she's like, hello, it's my birthday.
Exactly.
Well, I'll let you go for your time. Yeah, have a great one.
And do it also. Don't.
Yeah, don't worry.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah, of course.
Have a good day, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. Enjoy.